Hey YouTube, Diesel Dan Peters here. So I know it's been quite a bit of time since I've made a video on any of these diesel motors, which is partially because I really don't have any more. I actually just picked this up today for 250 bucks and figured it'd be the perfect project to show everybody once again as like a refresher on how to deal with these. Right there. Alright, there we go again, YouTube. So I had it all hooked up and of course the battery died. So let's try this again. So let me give you all an overview of this first. So basically this is a Durostar DS7200 diesel generator. It's just a Chinese knockoff diesel generator of the L1. That was the Yanmar L100. It's got a 186F, if I'm correct. Oh, the hell is that thing? Like lurched out at me. It likes the yellow, but it's not poisonous. But it should just be a 186F, and we're about to make that bug jump. Because this thing definitely lurches out a little. So here we go. Let's see how it runs. Nope. Actually, here. Alright, I can get my hand under here. So I should just be able to pull it and go for it. Not running too healthy. All right. Well, now that she's off, you can all see she's definitely not running too healthy. So I'm going to walk you all through step by step what to look for and how to go the, at least in the beginning, the cheapest route for everything. So for starters, oil change. We're definitely going to give it an oil change. Secondly, we're going to drain any fuel that's in the tank because if I remember correctly, yeah, they had home heating oil in there. I can tell by the red dye, off-road diesel if you want to put it that way. And that, diesel doesn't really go bad, but it definitely becomes almost like a jelly, especially in the wintertime. It becomes very gelatin-like. We all saw that it ran. Reasons why it might not run the best. Injection pump might be clogged. Even the main injection line that goes up to the injector might be clogged. The injector itself might be clogged. The solenoid over here might not work. Definitely a lot of different reasons on why it possibly might not be running too well. I also don't know if it even produces power yet because I haven't gotten it running well enough. But for starters, if we look in here, I could see a bunch of air in the fuel line. These fuel lines are pretty hard as well. I don't particularly like that, so we're probably going to change those out, and I'm going to inspect the actual filter that's in the tank to see if it is still good or not. I'm going to see if I have any fuel line first. It's definitely going to get some new fuel line. This fuel line looks it's definitely hard, so it's definitely not good anymore. I found with these two, if the fuel line dips up like that, it doesn't run right for whatever reason. So even if we bent it kind of downward, it should actually run better. This fuel line is a little bit too long as well. Because it's, even though this pumps the fuel in, if the fuel isn't, gravity fed down first into the pump, you run into a lot of different problems. So, let me think. Where should we start right now? I guess we could pop off the covers, have easier access to all this, and then go from there. And it looks like it should be pretty easy to do. So stand by. I'm gonna grab some tools, and let's dig into this thing.
All right, so let me get you all propped up a little bit better. Hold on. Now everything on this part. I have camera first, really easier, so. I'll read all the comments. My video productions aren't that great. I do try. So, let's all the way out. There we go. So I'll be able to get a better view of it. Hopefully I have something that's close to the surface. That works. 1, 2. Yeah, so that's 4. First panel off. Now, hold on 1 second. I'm gonna grab a little magnetic stripe, so I don't want to lose any of these bolts.
Alright, you see where we are. Start, actually, hold on, this is where taking photos comes in handy. Alright YouTube, we're going to re-edit this. This is something that's very helpful when you're doing all this. Take a lot of photos. It never hurts to have photos of how everything was before you started messing with everything. So, now that I have some photos, we can keep the phone off to the side, and we can go ahead and start popping these lines off. This is where we'll find out if the fuel is actually on or off. Alright, yep, it is off. But wow, does it look like just straight oil. Not too much leaked. So we're going to pop that off. Going to pop this guy off. It's like an overflow of some sort. Hopefully it'll just come off. Not fight us too much. There we go. Yeah, all these lines, YouTube. Oof. Like I said, one of the first things you always want to do, just fuel lines. I mean, look at how brittle that is. It's already cracking at the very top, so you can imagine how the rest of it probably is. nice. Our injector was definitely had a little bit of return, which is good. And again, afterward, we'll spray it all down. We'll make it look good. I guess next we got to drain it out. So let's do that. Let me think. Let me find a bucket, YouTube. Actually, I'm just gonna leave it going. My hands are all easy. Alright, YouTube, I'm going to move you all over here. Like I said, this is going to be straight through. We're not messing around in this video. We're just focusing on the task at hand. Now let's see how the flow is. That's pretty bad. There's almost nothing coming out at all. So honestly, it might have just been because it was too low. But we're still going to drain this out. Because it doesn't hurt, right? Yeah, another thing to remember, these do have valves, right? So the valves have to be adjusted. So we're going to go over that as well. Another tidbit, another good reason why you want to replace, drain out your fuel tank if you don't know how long the thing has ran for, how long it's been since it's ran, is the diesel might have water in it. So over time, water collects in all fuels, gas, diesel, doesn't matter what it is. And I feel like with diesel, it's harder to see the water unless you actually let it sit in a cup. Gasoline, it kind of floats at the top. Diesel, from my experience at least, I've never been able to officially see water just sitting at the top. Oh, I just saw some water. This is all water here. That is straight water. Yep. That is good thing we're draining it. Like I said, YouTube. Oh, more straight water. Look at that. Oh, you guys y'all probably can't even see that. I don't know if you can see the water droplets. Look at that. All water. Yep. That's the jelly. Oh, yeah. Still coming out. A lot slower though. So just imagine that was what was trying to run in this motor. So we're gonna have to clean out the injector lines as well, because that's a decent amount of water. Wow, look at that. Alright, now let's look inside of here. What we're going to want to do is just as follows. So we're going to put it like that. There's a full layer of just straight water in there. Alright, let's try to run a little fresh diesel through this. See if we can clean it out just a little bit that way. Just picked this diesel up today. Let's see if we can not let it splash all over us. Too much diesel either, since it's just going to be thrown away. Now, take a look at that. There is almost nothing that wants to come out. I'm going to pop this piece out. I'm going to have to clean that as well anyway. I'm going to give it a little swirl. See how much of this we can actually clean out, and the rest will have to just let time do its thing. Kerosene is also pretty good for cleaning, but as you can see, there's hardly anything coming from the fuel line, so that's not a good sign. Now what we're going to do, we're going to switch it up again, and I can already tell it's cleaning out. And we're just going to leave it there to drain. Get all the crud out, or at least as much as we can, before we go ahead and pop that filter out, to at least examine it for now. I'm not going to spend much money on this yet until I know that it actually runs right. Starting to see a little bit more diesel coming through now. And again, it might just run perfect with a full tank of fuel as well. But this is the first step either way. You have to clean out your fuel source. I figured, what better time to do it than hurricane season? So like I said, I just picked it up today. And you can see it's already getting pretty clear. This definitely sat. It must have sat for a while, not being used. You know, you could even have it in just a shed, but a shed has lots of humidity unless it's temperature controlled, so you're going to run into this problem as well. Alright, so that's just about all of that. Now I want to pop this off to examine the state of all this. I am just afraid that if I pop off the wrong thing, I'm gonna have to wait for gaskets to come in, and I really don't want to do that. So right here I see a few Phillips head. pop it off. Hopefully, without any problems. And if all this works and it runs good, maybe in the next month or so, I'll show you all a full tune-up of this thing. I guess we will have to see. Is it gonna come up? Probably not easily. Alright. Oh, wow. She definitely had a lot of crud in her. I'm wondering if I can, just for the sake of this video, clean this. Yeah, let's grab some. I don't know. Let's go like this. Just gonna douse it with a little bit of diesel. Oh yes, it's definitely flowing. So what we're gonna do is, I am going to be right back, YouTube. The only thing I'm going to do off camera is, well, wow, it really needs a new filter. I thought it was just a little bit bad, but it's pretty horrific, YouTube. Again though, for the sake of this video, we want to see if this thing runs, right? So we're just gonna pop it back in. Hopefully it doesn't leak. Now again, in a perfect world, I'd have all the parts on hand. I'm just trying to be real with you all. I don't have all the parts anymore. I used to have a bunch of Yanmar parts as well. Don't have any of those. I sold them off years ago, because for a while I was just so tired of working on these. This is all I was making videos of. So it's kind of like a fresh start. The only difference is I actually have a decent understanding of what I'm doing. Alright. Looks like someone already had this off maybe years ago, because this looks like it had a newer filter put on at some point. So let's go ahead, shake this off, get some of the crud out. Yeah, and I'm trying to do this as simple as possible, so that just to show that anybody can do this just with a little bit of time and effort. So we're cleaning out all the filters. Nice. It's pretty close to clean. And like I said again, if we find that it does run really well, you already know I'm going to make the video of it taking a full tune up. So next, yeah, even that So stand by, YouTube. I'm gonna see if I have any fuel lines. Alright, YouTube. Let's take a look. I got some different fuel lines here, so this one's pretty clean. I always have fuel lines ready to go in cases like this when I need them. Let's see. How's that for fitting in? Oh, that's a little bit too big, actually. About this one. If I find that they fit well, we're going to use it. I think this one will actually fit the best. And I'm almost positive it's brand new. We'll have no problems with flow for sure. We also have this. That's a pretty big difference. So we're going to use this, YouTube. I'm going to clean it out and grab a knife so that we can start to cut it. Alright, YouTube, so hopefully you all can see this pretty well. We got all of our stuff over here. Trying to save this connector, but I don't want to break anything. Let's, for now, leave this bottom line, since it seems fine. Well, we should at least drain it. Technically, we could just leave all of the fuel lines. Maybe for the sake of this video, that's what I'll do. We'll go the bare bone basic route. Now she's gonna run probably pretty rough in the beginning, no matter what you do. Turn it like that. So it's more of a direct route. There we go. Yeah, for the sake of this video, YouTube, I kind of like that idea. We will be reusing all the original lines. Let's hope none of them leak. This will be a good test, though. And fuel line we can definitely cut. Just a little. So that's more in the direct path. Just gonna fight me a little. Yep, it's gonna fit. And it's, like I said, more direct in line. So, what that means is it should actually seal a little better. Again, a lot of this is just in my opinion and from what I've seen. So take what I say with a grain of salt or use my advice. I'm gonna pop this on. Pliers to finish the install. Same with the rest of these lines. Should be pretty self-explanatory. I'll put all these up here for now. Again, we just want to get this thing running right at the moment. And this is where taking photos will really come in handy. If I remember. If it came down. Ooh, 1 second, YouTube. Some gas. To come out here. 1 sec, Phil. If you were inclined. Alright, I gotta edit that out of the video. Might be trading my 7.3 off. So, let's see. This should be again, if it's tight, that's good, because we don't want this blowing off for obvious reasons. Okay. Let's see how this looks. Like that. Yeah, this one we don't have to modify at all. But we will cut it. This was the one with the slight tear at the top. I know the solenoid works because I can hear it working. So honestly, sort of inclined to just fill it up with fuel and see how she does. We're gonna pop this line off though, because I'm curious to see what it looks like in here. Actually doesn't look bad. Another thing to note is your elevation. So I know I've made videos on this. They probably weren't the clearest, unfortunately. I was a younger YouTuber, wasn't too big on editing. Got a little bit better with it. So I'm gonna pop this off. Should just be a 10, and we're gonna bring you all down so you can get more into the action. And like I said, unedited, 100% unedited. So we're gonna take off these 3 bolts here. Let's see if I can put you all a little closer, maybe like that. Hopefully that works. Ooh, it's kind of loose already. Makes me wonder if someone was already in here. Pop this one. And here we go, next one. Ooh. There we go. Where did that little... washer. Where'd that oh, I found it. Okay. Lock washer. Alright, so let's pop it off gently. Let's pop this off first. I'll put you all on the tripod for this, so I can just bring it down a little bit more. There we go. Nice, that should work. Should be able to get that loose so we can see if it's still in time. And also I gotta see, like I said, how many injection plates are on. There we go. Oh, let's get it dirty. Nice. Oh, it was not in time, so someone was definitely in here. Ah. Interesting. Let's see. Alright, so we do only have one though, which is good. So what you want to do is align this. And we're actually going to take off one. I've always had really good luck with just one. Nope. Try again. Bolts together. So YouTube, another reason why you want to go through everything, even if you think probably doesn't need it. Yep, there we go. Hope I'm not blocking the view too much, at least. That's tighten it down. Just be careful not to over tighten them. just feel for when it starts getting tight, and that's enough. And when you move this, you should be able to actually see it go into run position. Nice. We'll clean this. Pop this one back on. Nice. A little more tightening. Just a hair. Here we go. Pop it back on. And we're just going to tighten that right back up. And again, YouTube, we have no idea if the injector is working well or if anything else is really working. This is just the very beginning steps to diagnosing all this. Alright, I guess without further ado, we have the one copper washer out. If I need to put it back in, I always can. Okay. I just pop this out so that we're not here for a year trying to fill it up. Don't see any leaks. Might be in business, YouTube. Now we're just waiting for this fuel tank to fill up. Oh. Fuel looks pretty, actually looks really good. Nice. So we have our fuel in. Now it looks like down. It is getting fuel. Cool. Alright. Y'all ready to see what happens? This is the fun part. Supposedly, at least. Haven't seen any fires yet. Alright. Alright. We're gonna prime it. Now, we want to get all the bubbles out of the system, so we're gonna pop open on the very top. Here, I'll bring it over. I apologize. I am trying here. We're gonna pop this open here. Come on. Carefully, of course. Injectors are not cheap. I mean, it's cheaper on these at least. Still not cheap though. So we're gonna crank it for a bit. So I'm still not seeing any fuel, which isn't the best thing. Yeah, there is zero fuel coming up. Let's see if the other way was. Yeah, we are having a fuel problem of some sort. Oh, I didn't realize that was loose. Oh, ow, shoots, I mean, sorry. So, interesting. Wow, that shocked through me here. We should be seeing some fuel coming up, YouTube. I don't see anything. Let's check. Well, from the tank, we definitely should have fuel. All right, that's a no-brainer. Are we getting fuel down here? Oh, yeah, we're not getting a good connection anymore. I broke the little solenoid, unfortunately. I would strip this back, but I don't want to ruin it. Yeah, I think that's our culprit, YouTube. I think that's what it is. wish I had a spare of these. Because they really are so simple. Ooh. Oh, I guess it would have helped if I had it on run mode. Wow. Oh, YouTube. You live and you learn. Alright, YouTube, a little ingenuity. Looks like I just barely got it on, as you can hear there. Let's see. I hope most of that was recorded, YouTube, but we did get it running really well. And it was as simple as draining out the fuel, putting new fuel in. It's not even leaking, which is great. And it's running great. So let me know what you all think. We're far from being done with this. Obviously, I still would like to put new fuel lines and stuff. Now we're gonna have to put a new solenoid because of my little stupidity, but oh yeah. I guess next we gotta figure out if it makes power.